Road to Rock. I Wanna Be Your Dog by the Stooges. The world of rock isn't just written with notes, it is forged in moments of chaos that hide secrets no one dares to tell. Some call it legend, others a curse. Turn up the volume. This is Road to Rock, and this is the story of I Wanna Be Your Dog. The song arrived in 1969 as a kind of dare. The Stooges were a four-piece from the edges of Detroit, brutal and blunt, and this tune grew from a shared riff the band kept grinding on. Ron Asheton threw the guitar figure down like a challenge. Scott Asheton set a metronomic thud. Dave Alexander pushed a simple bass anchor, and Iggy Pop supplied a short, confrontational vocal idea that turned the whole thing into a provocation. And they took that provocation to a Los Angeles studio and cut it with producer John Cal at the helm. Cal brought an outsider's ear and one key addition. Single, repeated piano note that sits like a nail through the center of the track. The studio was loud, claustrophobic and experimental that day, and the group captured a sound that was less performance and more ritual. Musically, this song is intentionally minimal. It rides a limited set of chords into a static, pounding groove. Distortion and fuzz make every strum into an attack. The piano drone and a tight, relentless backbeat create a tension between motion and stasis. Iggy's voice is half sneer, half command, delivering image and attitude rather than polish. That combination is what gives the song its vice-like grip. And there was real friction around the record. The band wanted to be raw and immediate. The producer and the label wanted something they could sell. That push and pull shows in the track. Experimental touches next to blunt, forced jukebox power. The Stooges were a young band with a live reputation that the studio could never fully domesticate. And what the song did next was slow and seismic. It did not make the charts, but it became a touchstone. Its sparseness and aggression were a template for a coming movement that prized attitude over virtuosity. For the band, it defined their identity on record and became the knife they took to stages for years after. And listen closely and you hear why it still matters. A tiny handful of notes, recorded in a sweaty room, turned into a manifesto. Simple, dangerous, and unforgiving. That is how I Wanna Be Your Dog lives on. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like.